Hey guys, let's take a quick look at the components of this game called Red Alert Space Fleet Warfare. It's a Richard board game. It is a command and colors type game, but it takes place in outer space. The box art there is pretty nice. I like that. It comes in a big 4-inch box. I believe that's about 4 inches. Giggity. I've already pulled the different ships out to show you each different ship, but you get a bunch of them on pegs that stand up above the map. I'll show you that directly. This is an Oh, I got expansion stuff in here too. This is logistics and space platform. This is the logistics and space platform expansion pack, which just adds more rules for logistics and space platforms. I've not really played with this yet. And it gives you a couple of scenarios in the back to use the stuff that you got. These are just mats that you need. They're single-sided. The back is black, giggity, and each side has one, the green side and the red side. And this is where you put your, I can't remember what these are used for. I don't even know if we even use these when we play, but you get them. Here's a, this is another expansion rule thing. This is called Space Rift. This is another expansion pack that adds like black hole type stuff where you can go through like wormholes and such and so forth. And it's explaining that. And there's a couple scenarios, or 3 in the back, using those rules. I like this art. Check this art out. All right, so we looked at all the expansion stuff. Each side has a double-sided player board that gives you how much. It tells you the class of ship, the ship name, how many figures are in that unit, your movement, your battle dice, blah. This is basically a player aid for all your units, so to speak. This is basically like a terrain effects. No, not really. No, it's not. This is for other units. I don't even know if I have. But this has all your ships on it, I think. I hope I have all the ships pulled out. I may not. It looks like I do. We'll see. But you get 2 copies of these, one for each player. Double-sided. Hard cardstock. Here's the rules of play. Man, it's thick. Check the artwork out. Check that picture out. This artwork's pretty nice. Is there page numbers? Yes, 43. But it's, look, actually, that's scenarios. The rules themselves are like 31 pages. And it's 2 columns per page. Very nice large font. I got the camera kind of far away. Let me bring this up a little bit closer. Like, this is like a reading range. It's really nice to read that. I mean, it's really easy to read that. Here's a table of contents, which helps. It's going over the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 6. I got 6. Why do I have 6 ships? I don't know. Here's going over the components of the game. There's cards. You can use these cardboard counters in place of ships if you want. You don't have to. But you can also use these to look at the stats. I mean, you'll need these counters to see the stats, but then again, you kind of don't. And it's going over the different. Here we go. Let's take a look at these. We have flagships, which carry 3 fighters with them. We have heavy battleships, standard battleships, heavy cruisers, standard cruisers, heavy destroyers. Oh, I see. You have your flagships and you have your battleships. Normal battleships have 3 units. Your heavy battleship units have 4. Just like your heavy tank units would have 4 in like Memoir 44. And we have cruisers and destroyers and fighters. You have fighters though. Okay. Here it's going over the different tokens and icons, the different cards. Just like in Memoir 44, you can activate in each section. In this case, you'd activate 1 unit in each section. You also have combat cards, which would be like sort of like your magic cards in battle lore, or your not magic. What was it called? Let me turn this down. It wasn't called magic. What the hell was that? Lore points, lore cards. It's going over tokens. These are the tokens that you collect to spend to use your combat cards, like you would spend tokens to use your lore cards in battle lore. These are your different factions, green and red. It's going over your battle dice symbols. Your ships are these symbols, just like you would, like say in Commands and Colors Ancients. It's going over the object of the game. It's going over the turns. There's 5 phases to a turn. You play a card, you order your units, you move them, you fight with them, and that's the end of your turn. Just like all these games. It's a little bit, here it's going over the firing ranges of the different ships, their dice. It's just like a Memoir 44 Commands and Colors type game. I mean, it is a Commands and Colors type game. It's just that it takes place in space. There's a bunch of tokens. Here's the tokens you collect to spend your magic. Here's the red guys' tokens. I got all kinds of tokens, all kinds of bases for the ships. More ships down here underneath. We didn't use all of them when we played before. Maybe I don't have all of them out there. I'm not going to pull all this stuff out, but there's bunches and bunches of tokens. There's cards. There's a command deck for each side. Just like in Commands and Colors, Memoir 44 type games, advanced right wing, you can move 3 ships on the right. And the map is divided just like it would be normally. And there's another deck for the red side. This is red and green, but the cards are yellow and blue. Okay, I just noticed that. Here's the models. Here's the ship models. Here's a big one. This might be like a capital ship. That might not be. This might be the big one. I don't know, but here's another model of it, the green side. Here's your fighter. Almost looks like R2-D2 is in the back. Here's another ship. You could probably paint these if you really wanted to. I mean, you could put a wash on them and then highlight them. I don't have the money, paint, or patience for that kind of shit, but if I did, I would definitely do it. Check that out. I mean, I just don't have the time, patience, or money. I don't have none of that. But you could probably paint these to make them look super, super cool. And I don't think it would take much work, to be honest with you. I mean, you could primer them, highlight it, or stain it, and then dry brush the you could probably do it. It probably wouldn't be hard to do a quick, easy job on these just to make them better than just red and green, right? You know what I mean? And not that I mind just red and green. I mean, that's all you need, really. But for those of you that like must have painted minis, you could paint these real easy. Put a quick wash on them, throw some highlights, and you're good to go. Now, this is the big part. Oh, here's some more stuff. These are the bases, and this is from the expansion packs. I've not really played with these yet. I can't remember what these ships are. And then these are, I think, star bases or something. The map, check this out, man. This is the craziest part of this game, is because the reason I don't play this game often is because I don't have room for this map unless I want to play on my floor. Normally, I wouldn't be opposed to playing on the floor, but I'm in my 50s, and getting up and down doesn't work for me that well anymore. So let's get this box out of the way, because this map's going to be incredible. Put that over there. Get all these player aids and the rule books. Let's get all this over here. Now let's see if we can spread this out. First thing you'll notice is the map is actually like a tablecloth. It's a piece of fabric, and it's almost like a tablecloth. And the reason I say it's almost like a tablecloth is because it's almost like a tablecloth. It's humongous. For fuck all sake. I can't even keep it on this table. I'll be a little bit more gentle. Maybe that's what that's what my problem was. I was too harsh. So see, this map is basically a tablecloth in the grid pattern, a hex grid pattern, like you would normally associate these games with. Here's your left, center, and right wings. There's your lines going up, and there's your space background. And this is where you would put your ships. But as you can tell, this overhangs my table by a good. That overhangs by a good 2 inches, 2.5 maybe. And on the other side, the same thing. So I'm missing like five inches, giggity, on each side of this table to play with. And you need those hexes. I mean, there's a whole hex you lose at the edge of this table. That's the only reason I haven't played this as often as I would like to. And it's got the little game symbol down here. Red alert. And like I said, it's a tablecloth. I mean, you could throw this in the washing machine if you wanted to, or you had to. You could throw this right in the washing machine, maybe, on gentle, giggity. But anyway, guys, that's a quick look at this game here, Red Alert Space Fleet Warfare by Richard Berg. It's a great game. I have a bunch of these games in this series. This one's another good one. Thanks for watching, fellas. Have a good night.